So yeah, I loved it from the first moment.
And this is all in Israel, right?
Yeah, this is all in Israel. I grew up in Israel. I moved
What part of Israel did you grow up
in Haifa.
Haifa.
So it's Haifa is more in the north. I started playing tennis at 9, got like more into it, I guess, like started traveling overseas when I was 13, 14, and then at 18 it kind of became, more of a full-time thing. Also at juniors it was already a full-time thing. But, as you go pro, it becomes more and more of a full-time thing and more serious. And I played until I was about 24.
And you're number 3 in Israel at one point?
Yeah. So I was number 3 for quite a few years. There were a couple of people that were in front of me, and honestly, they were like top 100, top 200. I got to like 500 in singles, 500 something. So yeah, they were a little bit ahead, but I was always kind of like there in terms of like my age, like first in Israel and in juniors and stuff like that. And basically played all the futures and challengers. It was a big grind. It's a lot of it's like people say the pickleball grind is tough. The tennis grind is
it's a different beast.
It's a different animal.
And is this both of y'all being tennis players growing up? Was like challengers? Was it just in Israel, or was it like, are you traveling everywhere?
Everywhere. You're traveling everywhere. We had some futures in Israel, sometimes challengers, but you go to Asia, I went to South Africa, I went to the US a lot. I went to, Europe a ton.
So if y'all were the same age, which you're not, you would have been at the same events.
Some of them.
Yeah. Some of them. So you can play
before that.
Yeah. And you can play anything too. Like maybe Roscoe wants to play only in the US. The US has futures almost every week, right? And a lot of challengers, so you can stay here. As in Israel we have some tournaments, but mostly I need to go overseas.
I have another question. The futures and challengers, are they like produced events, or is it just at a place you show up, you play tennis, and that's it?
You're basically going out there and fighting for a couple ATP points with guys who know nothing else but to try and win tennis matches. Tennis is another.
It's tough, and yeah, like those tournaments. A lot of them you'll have 0 people watching the finals, right? But like the challengers, you get more people, and then those it'll be like on local TV sometimes and stuff like that. So those you'll have a good amount of spectators in the later rounds. But like the futures, some of them in certain locations when they love tennis, you'll have some people, but in some of them like you just go to like Turkey or like Antalya and like play there. They have every single week a future. They do it to make money because the hotel gets money from players playing and stuff like that. But it's also good for the players because they can be in the same place and play week after week after week against sometimes the same players and sometimes different. But it's definitely a lot harder. Like now we're privileged in pickleball. We have so many people coming to watch our matches, and especially on center court, the atmosphere is amazing. It's one of the main reasons I'm loving pickleball even more right now. It's so fun to play in front of a crowd, and yeah, you definitely didn't have it in tennis, and like Roscoe was saying, it's a different beast.
So you were like all in on this sport.
It was 100% my life. It was everything. It kind of has to be everything for you. If it's not everything, there's no way you'll make it. It's so hard to make it as it is, and making it, is basically being top 100, top 150, maybe 200 where you break even. And there's so much competition, people playing, from when they were 3 all over the world and doing it full time their entire life, and their parents dedicating everything to it. So yes, it's it has to be everything for you.
And you had an abdominal injury from your tennis serve.
Yeah.
When was that?
Yeah. So that was the last like year and a half that I played. I was basically injured.
And how old were you?
So I think that was around 22.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was injured. I tore one of my abductor muscles, and then. That was 4 months, and then I got back and tore it again. 4 months, tore it again. So basically the third time it happened, I was like, I can't do it anymore. Like I had a lot of injuries in tennis, and it was just so hard tennis was already so hard, and it's so hard mentally just traveling by yourself, across continents, not just, inside the country and different states and in the US. Let's say it's relatively easy. It's just flying from place to place, and it's really tough when your entire world is tennis, and then you get injured and you can't do anything, and it just happens again and again. It's basically every time it's like another slap in the face, and you get it back up, another slap, and you get back. So it's I think mentally tennis is the hardest sport, no question.
It's so hyper competitive to get to top 100 in the world, which is it's 100 spots, but the amount of people that are vying for these spots is thousands of players who are doing nothing but playing tennis every single day in their life, giving everything they have, sacrificing everything they have to get there. So if you're not matching that, plus just being more skilled, plus having a little more talent, plus even being a little lucky, I'd say, you're not going to get there. So the odds are just super, super tough. And I think for both of us, we were lucky to find pickleball in a world where kind of we put our eggs in one basket, and we're able to come out with something we love and a new passion, actually.